I've looked at everything from every angle I possibly could.
People think I'm doing poorly, and other people think I'm doing gracefully, and I don't think I'm doing it at all.
I feel like unrelatable, or I feel like sometimes I have to speak differently or carry myself differently in order to assimilate myself.
So when I tell you that it's hard, I just mean to be inside my brain.
It was really awkward, like a jumbled mess of confusion, leaving everyone unsure of what to make of it.
That specifically as well, I love that there's a lot more female leads nowadays. I think that's so special, but we should have our own. I don't like it when it's like a spin-off. I don't want to see like Jamie Bond, I want to see just like another badass. So, something like...
Hollywood is currently buzzing with a creative clash between Jenna Ortega and Rachel Zegler, sparked by a disagreement over Disney's approach to storytelling. Jenna has been outspoken in her criticism, arguing that Disney's reimagining of classic stories strays too far from their original charm and that these beloved tales should remain true to their roots.
Reportedly struggling to get hired. Rachel Zegler was supposed to be in Paddington 3, however she was dropped from that movie a few weeks ago, and they said that they dropped her because of the actors' strike. However, there are numerous actors in Paddington 3 that are a part of SAG, yet they're still able to film in the movie. The people are speculating that it might be because of another reason, and most likely is because of the Snow White backlash, and studios not wanting to hire her given the fact that it might result in their movie not making a whole lot of money at the box.
Jenna Ortega and Rachel Zegler have taken opposing stances on Disney's approach to modernizing classic stories. Jenna believes these timeless tales should stay true to their original form, without being overshadowed by contemporary changes. She has been especially critical of the trend to swap male characters for female ones, or alter their races, arguing that such modifications risk distorting the essence of the narratives. Rachel, on the other hand, strongly supports Disney's push for inclusivity. She embraces the introduction of diverse characters, including LGBTQ and non-binary representation, seeing it as a positive step forward for the company. This fundamental difference in perspective became particularly evident with Project Blue. Wave, a rumored Disney project that aimed to unite various fairy tale characters with a focus on diversity and social messaging. Jenna, however, disagreed with the project's direction, feeling that it prioritized social agendas over strong character development and compelling storytelling. Concerned about how this shift in focus might impact her career, she ultimately chose to step away. Rachel, disappointed by Jenna's decision, viewed Project Blue Wave as a crucial step toward greater representation in Disney films. While Rachel continues to champion inclusivity in storytelling, Jenna remains firm in her stance that instead of altering established characters, Disney should focus on creating fresh, original roles. In her view, innovation should come from new stories rather than reworking existing ones.
The hand that feeds you. Not only are you being casted in a classic film to remake it, but you don't seemingly like your own character, so she comes off as an insufferable, whiny brat.
To everyone who hates when I win, the winged victory came to the Louvre in pieces, and people still line up to see her. And I can only hope that despite my flaws, and despite my cracks and my breaks, and there are many of them, that at every premiere and everything I do, people will wait in line to see.
Rachel Zegler is facing significant challenges in Hollywood, and it's not just due to bad press. Several underlying factors seem to be affecting her ability to land new roles, from controversial remarks to questionable social media posts. Her strong opinions and outspoken political views have led some to wonder if they're impacting her career prospects. Additionally, her attempts to secure high-profile roles may be giving producers pause as they weigh the potential fallout from her public persona. With Snow White behind her and growing calls for boycotts, Rachel now faces an uncertain future in an industry known for being both competitive and unforgiving. As the spotlight on her dims, the question remains: is it her personal views and public image that are creating roadblocks, or are other forces at play stalling her career? The answer isn't entirely clear, but one thing is certain: Rachel's journey in Hollywood is becoming increasingly turbulent.
Having trouble landing roles. She was supposed to star in Paddington 3, but was dropped from the film a few weeks ago. They claimed it was because of the actors' strike. However, many of the actors in Paddington 3 are part of the SAG union, but they are still allowed to star in the film. Others suggest that it may have been due to another reason, most likely the repercussions of the Snow White affair, with studios reluctant to hire her for fear that her involvement would damage box office receipts. She had also lent her voice to the main character of an upcoming cartoon for Apple TV. People are wondering why Apple abandoned it in the first place, and many once again put forward the idea that it was because of the controversies surrounding Snow White and the fear that the film would suffer as a result.
Rachel Zegler already knows who she would play. Of all the upcoming Star Wars movies and TV shows, here are her words. As a fan of the comics, I would like to throw my hat in the ring to voice Shara Bay, mother of Poe Dameron, because her ship was an RZ-1, my initials for green.
Rachel Zegler's portrayal of Snow White in Disney's upcoming 2025 remake is facing intense criticism, raising serious concerns about the film's financial prospects. When the Snow White trailer debuted, it failed to generate the excitement Disney had hoped for. Instead, it sparked backlash from disappointed fans, many of whom feel the film strays too far from the beloved classic. This growing disconnect between audience expectations and what Zegler and Disney are delivering has fueled a wave of negative reactions across social media. Disney is well aware that public perception plays a crucial role in box office success. In a recent statement, the company acknowledged that its profits can suffer when audiences don't connect with its projects. With Snow White already mired in controversy, Zegler's involvement may further dampen its financial performance before it even reaches theaters. Zegler has quickly become one of the most polarizing Disney princesses in recent memory. Critics argue that her portrayal doesn't align with the traditional Snow White, whose original depiction described her as having skin as white as snow, a key detail rooted in the fairy tale's 19th century German origins. Disney's decision to cast a darker-skinned actress of Colombian descent has sparked heated debates over the studio's creative choices and broader motives. Many believe Disney is prioritizing social messaging over staying true to the character's original traits, potentially alienating fans who hold the classic Snow White dear. For some, Zegler's portrayal feels like a departure from the essence of the character, further complicating the situation. Her public comments about the role have also sparked backlash, with many feeling she downplays the legacy of the original Snow White. To some, her remarks have come across as dismissive or ungrateful, making it difficult for audiences to connect with her emotionally. If the film struggles at the box office, the consequences could extend beyond financial losses. It could significantly damage Zegler's career, making her a risky choice for future projects in Hollywood, where public approval is everything. Disney has already faced criticism for remakes that fans felt disrespected the originals, and if Snow White follows the same path, it could further harm the studio's reputation and its ability to produce beloved adaptations in the future. An industry where box office performance is crucial, a failed Snow White could limit Zegler's opportunities with Disney and other studios for years to come. Compared to other rising young actresses, she has struggled to earn the same level of admiration despite landing major roles. For instance, Jenna Ortega received widespread praise for her portrayal of Wednesday Addams in Wednesday. She honored the Addams family legacy while bringing fresh energy to the role, making her a fan favorite and earning award nominations. Her ability to balance tradition with innovation set her apart, highlighting a stark contrast to Zegler's more controversial approach. Ortega's success with Wednesday demonstrates what resonates with audiences, respecting the original while offering something new. In contrast, Zegler's handling of Snow White has been divisive. Rather than embracing the character's classic elements, she has openly criticized the story, calling it outdated and in need of change. While some welcome modern reinterpretations, many feel her dismissive remarks alienate them from a beloved classic, creating a disconnect that makes it difficult for audiences to fully embrace her in the role. For audiences to fully embrace her portrayal, Zegler would need to follow the example of other actresses, like Millie Bobby Brown, who have successfully balanced iconic roles with both respect and personal creativity. In Stranger Things, Brown brings depth to Eleven, earning critical acclaim and a devoted fan base. Fans appreciate her ability to stay true to the character's core while allowing for natural growth, strengthening their connection with her. Zegler's public persona also contrasts sharply